Hi everyone, my name is Dave. Welcome back to Wilde Reads. Today I've got a little bit of a discussion video for you. I want to talk to you guys about physical books, Kindle books and audiobooks. Roll the titles. Hi everyone, welcome back. As I said in the introduction, today is a little bit of a different video. Now I'll tell you why this came about. I've been wanting to do something Kindle, something physical book related for a little while now, because the game has changed somewhat. From when I first got into ebooks and Kindles, things have changed. So I want to talk a bit about that, but first I want to talk about audiobooks. Now, on a recent wrap-up, I made the point that I had bought the following book. I'll go and fetch it. I hold this book, which is A Brief History of 7 Killings by Marlon James. Now, after the video went out and I was checking through some of the comments that I received, thank you to everyone that comments on my videos, by the way. I do really enjoy it. And I love answering you guys back. So, hello to all the newbies, by the way. Welcome along. This is Wilde Reads. My name's Dave. This is not an introduction. Let's get on with the video. So, this book, and someone commented on this book that it's quite difficult to get into because it's written in a dialect, a sort of Jamaican English, Caribbean patois English, I think they call it. So someone said to me, and I'll put the comment in the description box below. I can't remember who commented now. Apologies. But someone said that you may get on better with the audiobook of this book, which got me thinking, because I don't use audiobooks. I've never bought an audiobook. I've listened to snippets of audiobooks, but I don't usually go in for audiobooks because, in my mind, I think that audiobooks aren't reading, they're just listening to a story. Now, before you all throw your monitors all over the room and say, what's Dave saying? He's saying that we don't read these audiobooks. Well, we don't read them, really, do we? We just listen to someone else reading them to us. Now, I'm certainly not knocking anyone who likes audiobooks. So, what I want to know from the people out there that listen to audiobooks is that if I was to read this, or if I was to listen to the audiobook of this book, or any book, am I then justified in ticking it off on my Goodreads as a read book? Can I say, can anyone say that they've read the book if they've only just listened to the book? And I'll say again, I'm not knocking those that do, because it's perfectly valid. But I just need to justify it in my own head, really, if I'm honest. Because there are, and I've signed up to Audible today. So I've got me couple of credits, or 1 credit, or 2 credits, or whatever they give you in the 30-day trial. I've downloaded my first book. It's what book is it? It's an Alan Bennett book, but I can't remember the title. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So when I posted this question on Twitter as well, and I simply put, if you've bought an audiobook, can you mark it off as read? Whatever your opinion is, let me know in the comments below. What do you think about audiobooks? Do you like them? I can see the benefit. I've only got a 10-minute journey to work in the morning, so I probably couldn't get a lot of listening done. But it might be nice to lay there of an evening with your headphones on, listening to someone reading you the book. So what I'm saying is, I'm not anti audiobooks. I just wanna convince me. Come on, people, convince me that if I've listened to an audiobook, someone narrating the story to me, I can then tick it off my Goodreads list. Convince me. Next, what we're going to talk about now. Yes, ebooks and physical books. Now, when the Kindle first launched here in the UK, years and years ago, I think I've pretty much had every version of the Kindle that they've brought out. So I've had the Kindle keyboard, I've had the Kindle, I've had the Paperwhite, I've had, I haven't got the new one, which is called the Oasis. I've got this one, which is the Voyage, and they are, I think they're brilliant. They are brilliant for what they do. And when and Vicky uses, Vicky was very, very against ebooks and e-readers until I bought her one for Christmas a couple of years ago. And then she loves it. She reads about half and half, so 50% physical, 50% ebook. When they first come out and I got my first Kindle, I was pretty much exclusively Kindle. I was reading everything on Kindle, but things have changed. Where before I was reading, and this happened gradually when I got back into physical books. It happened gradually because back then I was probably reading 10 books to every one physical book. Now I've read, I don't know how many books I've read this year, I can't remember my Goodreads count, but I've only read one on a Kindle. And this seems to be playing out across the country, and I think pretty much across the world, because Kindle sales of books have flatlined. There is no growth in Kindle sales, where physical books are growing. Physical books are going this way, and the Kindle sales have just flatlined. Why? Why is this? Well, a couple of reasons they're putting it down to. One, screen fatigue. They're putting it down to people spend too much time on screens nowadays, whether it be Kindles, phones, tablets, computer screens, television screens. We are basically fed up of looking at a sheet of glass. When Kindles first become a thing, and ebooks were rapidly on the rise, and there were all the naysayers that were saying, "Oh, this is the death. This is the death of publishing. This is the death of books. This is the death of reading quality fiction." It didn't happen, and it didn't happen because people have a real bond for physical books. What I missed when I was reading a lot on Kindle some years ago, what I missed was that the books that you really enjoy, all your 5-star books, and even books that you didn't really get 5 stars, I missed seeing the spines on the bookshelves afterwards, because an old book, a book that you've read, that you've really enjoyed and really loved, and you 5-starred it, that book becomes like an old friend, and you want to revisit old friends sometimes. So it's nice to see a row of books. I'm just looking at these books over on the other side of the room and thinking, I've really got so much reading to do. But anyway, so it is nice to see. It's nice to see the books that you've read on the shelf, and that's what I have personally missed about reading Kindle. Now, the good thing is that I think Kindles have really found their place now. People have got a definite, instead of using them for everyday reading, they've got a definite place. From a confirmed Kindle reader, which I was a few years ago, I am now firmly back in the physical book world. And I think other things have happened in publishing of late. I mean, Waterstones over here in the UK made a profit for the first time in 10 years. So physical books are on the up, and people are spending more money on quality. And I think what's also happened in the physical books world, where physical books are now rising in sales, what's happened is, I think the publishers were a little bit late to the game with seeing that the danger of ebooks and the danger of people using Kindles, and they had to raise their game, and I think they have done. It's certainly in cover design. I mean, I'm just looking at some books that I've just pulled off the shelf here. You know, the artwork on these things nowadays is absolutely gorgeous. Look, the Woman in Black and Other Ghost Stories, Susan Hill. They're all old stories, but they've been repackaged. And the artwork's phenomenal nowadays. The Essex Serpent, would a publisher 10, 15 years ago have put this much effort into a cover? I don't think they would. I mean, this is the Waterstones edition, I think. but there's a Chinese takeaway menu in there. You can see what I use as bookmarks, can't you? But look, I mean, look at this. Look at the end papers in this. They are stunning nowadays. Absolutely stunning. Matt Haig's How to Stop Time. Just, you know, even the cover, the colour of the pages that they use. I mean, this is a Waterstones Editions of Silence by Joseph Knox. Very impressive debut thriller. But, you know, so physical books are beautiful, beautiful things, and all credit to the publishers for seeing their industry crumble around them and doing something about it. What we've got to do as a reading community and as book buyers now is to value our independent bookstores, because if we don't use them, we are going to lose them. But that's a subject for a whole new video. So just to recap, audiobooks, tell me why I can still tick them off on my Goodreads, because I want to get in on the act. I want to get in on the reading of these audiobooks. So tell me why I can still tick them off. And when I posted this question on Twitter, I had so many replies on Twitter telling me, oh well, yeah, of course it's reading. But then it started to get a bit divided. Some people were saying, well, no, it isn't, because you listen to the book and it uses a different part of the brain. Anyway, let's not get into a scientific discussion about it. So, A, can I mark off on my TBRs books that I've audibled? Is that all right? And tell me what you think about the publishing industry now. Have they raised their game sufficiently enough to keep people buying physical books? That's all I've got to say, really. So hope you enjoyed the video. Do leave some comments below, because I want to know about your opinions on these sort of things. So this is being filmed on a Monday. It's coming to you on a Wednesday night, because that's my normal upload night. And I'll film another video later in the week that will come out on Sunday. So whatever you're doing, whatever you're reading this week, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.